Hello, everybody. Let's go. So, welcome to Brainstorm TV1 Productions. Okay, my man Onu Conga and Cheryl, Brainstorm TV1 Productions. So let's go. So today I want to talk about the Nigerian culture. My man Olukanga, Emmanuel Nzubechi. Yes, he's born and raised in Nigeria. I am born and raised. I was born and raised in the United States of America. Really? Okay. So just want to talk about, different cultures. So in other words, me, I have lived in the United States of America all my life. So I just thought I would, just do a little research and look into some of these other cultures. I like to see how they do things differently from the United States of America's citizens. So I want to look at different cultures, So I have found out in my research that a lot of these cultures do a lot of things differently. Okay. Yes. So let's go. No, so yeah, so look at me. Sorry that I'm laughing so much, but it's all good. Yes. So I was looking into one culture and I didn't find out which culture there was. So I'm not going to quote myself, but I want to say that it was one of the cultures that I did do research on, and I found out that that culture, and it wasn't the American culture, but that culture, they do everything with their right hand because they want to say the left hand. So they want to say the left hand. So when they go to the bathroom, if you know what I mean, yes. So if they go to the bathroom, they can use their left hand for that. But I'm like, I couldn't be in that culture because I am left-handed and it's all good. Yes. So I'm left-handed and I mean, I'm left-handed, so that wouldn't work too well with me. Yeah, so that wouldn't work too well for me. And then another culture I did research on, but I'm kind of that culture. I didn't get a chance to look back into that because I was doing some other research. Yes, so yeah. So it's another culture, and the Chinese culture. They do different things. They eat with chopsticks, but at the same time they still use bowls and but they still use bowls and spoons and forks and knives sometimes. But for the most part, like when they're eating their rice, they use their chopsticks. But over here in the United States, it's all good. We use spoons. We use cutlery. So they said, some cultures don't use cutlery, but we use cutlery. And I never even used the word before, cutlery, until I saw it when I did my research. So when I did my research and I found out, I said, cutlery? What in the world is cutlery? So I guess cutlery is how you cut up the utensils that you use to cut up your food so you can eat your food. And also in the Chinese culture, um, they don't believe in eating certain, they don't believe in eating. In other words, if they eat a hot meal, they don't want a cold drink with it, or if they have a cold meal, they don't want a hot drink with it because it messes up your digestive system. Really? Okay. Yeah. So in another culture, they eat on the floor, not eat from the floor. Well, eat from the floor, but not eat the food off the floor. Not, in other words, they still use like bowls or whatever, saucers or whatever they want to use. But so they sit on the floor and eat. But we over here in the United States, of America. Yeah, we eat from the table. We had to eat from the table, y'all. So, I know I do. I definitely have to eat from the table now. Today I have me a nice cold glass of spring water. Because, every time I get to talking, because sometimes I talk for like over an hour, close to 2 hours sometimes, But I want to get into this Nigerian culture. So my man, Onukonga, Emmanuel Nzubechi, yes, he was born and raised in Nigeria. I wanted to get him on here today to talk a little bit about their culture over there, but he has to visit his dad. His dad is in the hospital, so he had to visit his dad. So I am going to get him on here soon because I'm trying to figure out first of all how to link. Well, I know how to send a link. So in other words, I'm supposed to send my guests an email, and when I send them an email, they are supposed to click on the link, click the link, and then copy it. And then, we're trying to figure this whole thing out. So, because I did do a little research and I found out that you can you can live stream, with other people on your panel, up to 10 people, and they can be anywhere in the country. So he's in Nigeria, so I did find out that he can still join the panel. Yes, it's so good. Yes, he can join the panel. His brother can join, two brothers can join the panel. His sister can join the panel. Now, he speaks very good English. His son speaks pretty good English. So they all speak good English. So, and I think English is the main language in Nigeria. And in Nigeria, they do have over 500 different languages, and that is so impressive. Yes. So, who would think? Who would think a country will have 500 different languages? So that's Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the wealthiest countries in Africa. So if you want to travel to Nigeria, do your research, find out about the different hotel spots, hotel locations, I guess I want to say. So I did do a video talking about the different hotels over there in Lagos. Because, yeah, Lagos, I think most of the hotels I did were located, that I did research on, were located in Lagos. So Lagos is where that's the airport. That's where the airport is. So in other words, if you travel to Nigeria, 9 times out of 10 you'll get off at the airport in Lagos. So Lagos is, I'm told Lagos is the capital of Nigeria. Yes, so it's so good. Uh, let's get into this. I guess I would say commentary. Let's get into this information about Nigeria. Yes, my man Onukonga, Emmanuel Nzubechi, yes, born and raised in Nigeria. So, yes, it's a beautiful country. So, okay, these ethnic groups speak over 500 different languages, have diverse cultures, and exhibits unique art. A array a rich array of cuisines, fashion styles, and festivals exist across the different tribes. So they have different tribes over there. So yes, my man Emmanuel, well, his first name is Onukonga Emmanuel Nzubechi. So I'm just gonna call him Onukonga. My man Onukonga, yeah, he told me about the different tribes over there. Told me about the different tribes they have over there in Nigeria, and they have certain rules that they have to abide by. Depending on what tribe you are in. He said they can't marry nobody that's in the same tribe that they are in. So can't marry nobody from the same tribe, and it's just a lot of different things. It depends on what tribe you are in. I guess that depends on the location of where you live. or whatnot. So I'm just assuming that, but he did say that they couldn't do that. They can't marry a person that's in the same tribe that they are in. But it's all good, yeah. So it's so so many different things when it comes to culture, different cultural environments. So in other words, I talked about down Australia University, United States of America, over here, so when I was in college, we talked about culture. We talked about culture and in maintaining a positive, within the business environment. In other words, so cultures are everywhere. You work somewhere, you're building and you're creating a certain, uh, you're creating, I guess I would say, a certain culture, a certain cultural environment. So in other words, if you're working for a company and the company that you're working for, they lying and cheating and they doing all this negative stuff. It doesn't have to be negative; it could be positive. So in other words, that's how you create a specific culture within an environment. In other words, say for instance, just an example. You working for a company or you know about a company and they doing a whole lot of negative stuff. Doing, they cheating and they stealing money and they talking to people in any kind of way. And basically, they're just creating a negative environment, a negative working environment. So that's part of the culture. When you have something negative going on, or it could be something positive going on, and you let it keep going on, that is going to become the norm within your business environment. So you can't be a company that's doing all this negative stuff and not treating people right. Your customer service bad, and you're not let's say for instance, you're not filing your business taxes, and you've been harsh to your employees. You're being harsh when it comes to your stockholders, your different people, customers and them too. So, you're being harsh to them. And, just doing a whole lot of negative things within the organization. So, and then you just keep doing it. So, in other words, what I'm saying is it becomes normal. It becomes normal behavior. So that's part of your culture. So culture has a lot to do with how you do things, your behavior, your religion. You could be a culture that loves a certain type of music, certain type of dance. So whatever you do in your culture is part of your culture. A lot of cultures do different things. Chinese culture, they have a lot of stuff that they do different. In American culture, we have things that we do different than the Chinese culture. What? It's so good. Then we have the Indian culture. Italy, we have the Indian culture, we have, like I said, Nigerian culture, we have the Spanish culture, and they do a lot of different things. So why not, do a little research is what I wanted to do. What? And what I wanted to do, just to do a little research. So let me step in to this Nigerian culture and see what else they have for me. So yes, it is good to look into these different cultures, and some of these cultures they have, in other words, you have sometimes two cultures that in other words, one person or a group of people, they can already be a part of one culture, and then they come and be a part of another culture. Like according to my research, it talked about the Chinese American. So the Chinese American, that's another culture. In other words, I guess they were born and raised in China, and then they became no, once they came to America, they became American citizens, and they became Chinese American. So I guess it could be the same for any other culture. So what about Nigerian? The Nigerian culture. So yeah, right, because we do have a lot of immigrants that do come over, and they a lot of them were born and raised in like Nigeria, different countries, Nigeria, and they migrate to the United States of America, and then they, later on they become American citizens. What? Yes. So let's go into it. Says 13 things you need to know about Nigeria. Nigeria. Nigeria is a multinational state as it is inhabited by over 250 ethnic groups, of which uh, the three largest are the Hausa, Igbo, and the Yoruba. These ethnic groups speak over 500 different languages. They have diverse cultures. Imagine having diverse cultures. I was just talking about the different cultures. Having diverse cultures and exhibits unique art, a rich array of cuisines, fashion styles, and festivals exist across the different tribes. So I read that on the first opening. So I'm looking at these different pictures. So different pictures from Nigeria. It says in 1986, Ho Soyinka was the first Black African playwright to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. So they have, and this is something I didn't know. A lot of times in school you hear about certain things, but sometimes we might not hear a lot about a whole lot of, you know, other things. I guess, in my opinion, it's just so much to learn. And the thing is, it's almost like you can't learn everything, but you have to learn what we can learn as much as we can learn. But it's all good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, let me see. Nigeria is famous for its beautiful and diverse butterflies. Nigeria has an exceptional biodiversity and boasts an abundance of fauna and flora. Presently, there are over 1,000 documented species of butterflies. New species are still being discovered. Imagine that, all these species over there in Nigeria, over 1,000 documented species of butterflies. I haven't, in matter of fact, I haven't seen any butterflies over here recently in the United States, over where I'm at. I haven't seen any butterflies. I mean, I used to see them, back in the day. I used to see them, but I haven't seen any. I know it has been hot, you know, but I haven't seen any. Nigeria has two outstanding UNESCO World Heritage Sites: Suka Cultural Landscape in Adamawa and Usan Osogbu Sacred Grove in Osan. So, and then my man Olukanga, he said, I asked him what was his brother's name, and he said, you would not be able to remember it because see they have a lot of long names, and then his son has a long name. So I still don't know his son's name to this day. But he told me, but I couldn't remember. I could not remember. It says from the Benin Kingdom to contemporary art, Nigerian artists and artisans are unrivaled. Some known artists who had pioneered Nigerian modern art are Nike Davis, Okunde, and Ben Nwawu. They have some different names. Bruce Ono Brakpeya and Harbor Ogiba Imope. Their names are totally different from our the English name. So I know when he was trying to find a name for his nephew, he asked me, to come up with some names because he said he wanted an English name. But in other words, the first name that they were, his sister wanted to name her son, which is his nephew, Olukonga's nephew. What? It's so good. So he had a Nigerian name for his first name, and they wanted a English name for the middle name, and I gave them a name. So I had a few different names. So I don't even remember the name right now, but it'll come to me later on. Really? Yeah. So it'll come back to me later on. But he did say that he used the name that I gave him because I had went on Google, did a Google research. I did research on Google and I had a whole list of names. So Nigerians are known to be intelligent, hardworking people, and for the can do and never say never attitude, which is complemented with a friendly and accommodating spirit. So they're known to be intelligent, hardworking people. Nigeria's film industry is called Nollywood. So that's something I did not know, but it's all good. Yes. Knowledge is power, information is knowledge. So you can't have knowledge without first obtaining that information. So it's all good. And remember that? Yes. So the country also continues to maintain pioneering status with its music, which have played major roles in shaping Africa's music scene as well as influenced contemporary world music. Artists like Burna Boy, Kid, Davido, and Tiwa Savage are taking Afro beats to new levels. And then the other, let's see, I don't know what her name was, but the young lady that did this song with Kid, I forgot the name of that song because we played that song, we danced to that song on TikTok. So that was Kid and the other young lady that did sing that song with him. I know Tiwa Savage, she did some songs with Brandy Norwood. Yes, so yeah, so that is beautiful. Nigeria. So I'm looking at the water right here. Wow. Woo. So I know you have to go across the Atlantic Ocean. Nigeria boasts of the largest economy in Africa. Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. It is projected to rank among the world's top 10 economies by 2050. Wow. Nigeria, the largest economy in Africa. Nigeria has an abundance of resources, including oil and gas. The country holds the largest natural gas reserves on the continent. Right, Africa is a continent. So remember that. Africa is a continent. Asia is a continent. So the country holds the largest natural gas reserves on the continent and is Africa's largest oil and gas producer. So just a little information on Nigeria, and they also have a flag which is green. It looks like green and white. Oh, I don't know if that's green and gray. It looks like a light gray to me. The Nigerian flag is a vertical bicolored triband of green, right? Green and white, green, white, and green. The two green stripes represent Nigeria's natural wealth, while the white band represents peace. So peace and wealth. It was designed. It was designed in 1959 by Michael uh, Taiwo Akinkunmi and was officially adopted October 1st, 1960. So what? It's all good. Yes. So the Nigerian flag, in other words, the two green stripes represent natural wealth, and then the white band represents peace. So peace and natural wealth. So that is what the colors of the Nigerian flag represents. So just a little bit on Nigeria, just a little bit. I think this is the last. Okay, it also says Nigeria's coat of arms features two horses supporting a black shield. So they're talking about that's the coat of arms. So I don't know if that's the I don't know what the coat of arms is. So it's just I don't know what that represents. So let me see what else I can find out about Nigeria. So Nigeria. So Nigeria, that's about a 16 hour. I think it's a 16-hour flight, depending on if you are going to, if you have a layover. If you have a layover, well, I think it's 16 hours if you have a layover, but I think it may take you about 11 hours. But you also can do your research, and you can find out what, is exactly how long it's going to take you to get to Nigeria. What? I'm just scared to go across that water. So I'm thinking, so I'm thinking about Nigeria. So my man Conga, he's never been over here to the United States. So he said, "Look, I'm not gonna be scared to get on the plane to come over to the U.S." I said, "Okay, all right." I said, "But little old me, I am scared." But when you're so used to, being on the ground, far as, not up in the air, but I'm saying on the ground, you may get in, ride in the car, ride on the train, ride the bus. But when you tell me something about going up in the air in the airplane, I'm like, wait a minute now. I had to think about that real close. My son, yes, he's been on several flights. I want to catch another flight. I just want to have a good night. No, my son. So he got on the well, he's been on several flights to Jamaica, Puerto Rico, California, Florida. Yes, so he's been to those four places, and he said, "Well, you know what? Well, Mom, once you get up in the air, it's all over. Ain't no turning back. What? So ain't no turning back. Once you are up in the air, ain't no turning back. It ain't like the pilot going uh, tell you, what, since this woman over here or this gentleman over here, they are hysterical. We're gonna turn this flight around. No, it don't work that way. Once my son said, once you are in the air, you are in the air. So you better be sure. So, but I have been told by several people that you know if you're scared to get on the flight, I want to catch another flight. I just want to have a good night. So if you want to get on a flight, just take a short flight, 1 hour or 2 hours. You know, take a short flight for your first flight. I know one of my neighbors. Yeah, she took one flight. She took her first flight. I think it was like a 3 hour flight, 3 or 4 hour flight and they went to Florida. So, but she said she had a good time. So when my son took his flight and one of the trips that he went on, yeah, so he booked the hotel and everything, the flight, the hotel, everything on the resort. So in other words, you have everything right there, the restaurants, hotel, you get off the plane right there and everything's right there. But they say it's safer to stay on the resort. So when you book you book your hotel, you wherever you're going, you want to be right there on a resort where it's safer. But they said, if you venture off, you can get an Uber to take you around different places. But so in other words, you're paying for that conveniency. You're paying to be safe at the same time, because you remember that you're not from there, so you don't want to go wandering off, and so that's what I would do. So if I ever get up the nerve to get on the flight, what? Yeah. So if I ever get up the nerve to get on the flight, then I will definitely uh make sure I have one of those trips where everything is on the resort. I mean the beach, the hotel, the restaurants, uh, so I'm right there. But I guess if you want to go shopping or something like that, and that might be right there too. Shopping district might be right there. So I mean, you have to check into everything, before you book your flight. Check with the hotels and everything, and so. But it's all good. Yes. So it's all good. But it's all good. But it's the thing that mm, just have to be aware of your surroundings. And also they say that you can do crime research. You can do research on crime in the particular area that you are going to take your trip to, because I know over here in the United States we do have We have apps, they do have apps where you can check the different locations. Well, you can actually call well, over here you can call the local police department in the area that you want to move in and find out about the crime in that particular area. So, in other words, if you're traveling, you want to find out the same thing. I mean, you traveling somewhere. I mean, what is this area like? I would love to see a picture of this area before I arrive. So, but it's all good. Yeah. But let's get back into this because I am talking about a whole lot of other things. What? So, uh, so let's go back to so the topic is let's explore the Nigerian culture. So Nigeria is a hierarchical society. Age and position earns, even demands respect. Age is believed to confer wisdom, so older people are granted respect. So they respect older people as well, and so why not? We all are human, no matter how old we are. The oldest person in the group is revered and honored. Let's look at let me see. Okay, this is an article that I was going to read from in the beginning. Okay, Nigerian society and culture. Many religions are followed in Nigeria. The Constitution guarantees religious freedom. Christians predominantly live in the south of the country, whereas Muslims live predominantly in the north. I didn't even know Muslims lived in Nigeria for real. What? I didn't even know that Muslims even lived in Nigeria, but we have Muslims over here. So I know my friend of the family, she is Muslim, so she's a friend of the family, but she is Muslim, but it is what it is. So whatever culture you want to be in, that is up to you. Follow your heart. Native religions in which people believe in deities, spirits, and ancestor worship are spread throughout the country. So the thing is, if you choose to be Muslim, so like I said, I didn't even know they had Muslims over there in Nigeria. Many Muslims and Christians may also intertwine their beliefs with more unorthodox, indigenous ones. The major Christian celebrations of Christmas and Easter are recognized as national holidays. Yeah, we recognize Christmas as a holiday over here too in the U.S. Muslims observe Ramadan, the Islamic month of fasting, and the two Eids. Working hours in the north often vary from those in the south, so that Muslims do not work on their holiday, which is Friday. So the Muslims don't want to work on Friday because it's a holiday. I said, that's what they need over here. We need that day to work on a holiday. Friday is a holiday. What? So Friday is a holiday. Well, that is over there in Nigeria. That's the Muslim. Yes. So I just want to have a good night. Hold up. So let's get back into this commentary. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. Yes. It says national pride. Along with South Africa, Nigeria is considered a superpower in the African continent, and consequently, Nigerians are generally proud of their country. So Nigerians should be proud of their country. I'm proud of my country, the United States of America. Yes. So Nigerians are generally proud of their country. It has the largest population. It has the largest population in Africa, and the land is endowed with vast quantities of natural resources. So, in other words, Nigeria is the largest country in Africa, and it is endowed by plenty of natural resources. So, 9 times out of 10, when they say that, it's the richest country in Africa. So, Nigeria is the richest country in Africa. So, it's all good. Yes. So let's keep it moving. The family, extended families are still the norm and are in fact the backbone of the social system. Grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, and in-laws all work as a unit through life. Yes, because I know my man, Onukonga, he says well, actually, it's his cousin. It's his father's brother's son, and he called him his cousin brother. And I'm like, what? Your cousin brother? No, that's your cousin. No, he said that's his cousin brother. That's his uncle's son. So that was his father's brother's son. So he said he called him his cousin brother. That's what this is an explanation of that right here. That's why I say extended families are still the norm and are in fact the backbone of the social system. Grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, and in-laws all work as a unit through life. So that's beautiful. That is real beautiful. And I know over here in the United States, I mean, my cousin is my cousin. She's not my cousin's sister, so and he's not my cousin brother. But it's all good. But we grew up together, and really, it's like they are my cousin. We grew up together since we were little girls, so it's just like she's my sister. But I do have a sister, but my cousin is my cousin. But I never thought about going around saying, "Oh, that's my cousin's sister," and then my brother, or that my not my brother, but my cousin, my aunt's son. I don't go around saying that's my cousin brother. I just say, "Oh, that's my cousin." So we just do that's my cousin. If you my sister, you my sister. So, but he said that I thought it was his real brother at first. Because I said, well, now, is that your real brother? No, he said, no, that's my cousin brother. I said, okay, it's all good. So it's like when they talk when they talk about each other, they talk about each other like they are, that close knit family. So then I'm reading this here, so it say grandparents, cousins, uncles, sisters, brothers, and in-laws. They all work together as a unit through life. Family relationships are guided by hierarchy and seniority. Social standing and recognition is achieved through extended families. Similarly, a family's honor is influenced by the actions of its members. Individuals turn to members of the extended family for financial aid and guidance, and the family is expected to provide for the welfare of every member. So ain't that something? Families. It said individuals turn to members of the extended family for financial aid and guidance, and the family is expected to provide for the welfare of every member. So it says, and the family is expected to provide for the welfare of every member. Just imagine if you have to provide for the welfare of every member in your family. So in other words, this is the extended family. So it says individuals turn to members in the extended family. So individuals in a particular household, they they turn to they turn to members of the extended family for financial aid. I mean, I'm like, what if you don't have it? They turn to them for financial aid and guidance, and the family is expected to provide for the welfare of every member, I guess, in that household. Although the role of the extended family is diminishing somewhat in urban areas, there remains a strong tradition of mutual caring and responsibility among the members. So this is something else, But so I mean, that's what I was saying when I said, people do different things in different cultures. So this is the Nigerian culture. Do you hear me, y'all? Sorry. So what? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Okay, let's go to the hierarchy. Nigeria is a hierarchical society. Age and position earns even demands respect. Even demands respect. No, another age, age and position, age and position earns even demands respect. Age is believed to confer wisdom, so older people are granted respect. So I read that in the beginning. The oldest person in the group is revered and honored. In a social situation, they are greeted. In other words, in a social situation, they are greeted and served first. So the elderly, if they are in a social situation, the elderly are served first. They are greeted first. So that is part of their culture. But you come over here to the United States of America. I mean, we do that too sometime over here. Like if I'm on a bus or something, or if I'm in a situation where we're having some type of meeting, and I see somebody older than me, I will go ahead. I would let them go first. I would let them go before me. I have let people, pregnant people, older people older than me. I have let people up and go before me, and I have given up my seat on the bus for an older person or a pregnant lady or something like that. So it can, I mean, but that's in their culture. But we really don't have it in our culture. It's over here, I believe, in the United States. It's just that it's something that if we want to do it, that's something if you want to do, that you may want to do if you want to do that. But that's saying that let me give you some cold water, y'all. Mm, nice and cold. What? So let me see. Yeah. So let me see. All right. Let me see. Let me stop fooling around. Etiquette and customs. Etiquette and customs in Nigeria. The most common greeting is a handshake with a warm, welcoming smile. So a handshake with a warm, welcoming smile. Just imagine you shake somebody's hand and they looking at you all mean. You're like, I could have did without that handshake. Really, I could have done without that handshake. It said the most common greeting is a handshake with a warm, welcoming smile. I mean, I couldn't imagine somebody shake your hand and they don't have a warm, welcoming smile. But it's all good. Yes, it's all good. Oh, men may place their left hand on the other person's shoulder while shaking hands. Smiling and showing sincere pleasure at meeting the person is important. As in the rest of Africa, it's rude to rush the greeting process. It's rude in Africa, it's rude to rush the greeting process. You must take the time to ask about the person's health, the health of their family, or other uh, social niceties. Social niceties. Close friends and family members often kiss and hug when meeting. So we do that too over here in our culture. Close friends and family members often kiss and hug when they meet. So we do that too. We have a cookout, we kissing and hugging, and but now since COVID is here, we don't do a whole lot of that kissing right now. But we might say, hey, we may bump some we may bump some shoulders, how they go. But it's all good. Yes, we may bump some shoulders, but we ain't doing too much kissing, hugging now. So we have to slap the our masks back on. Because they're saying COVID is coming back around. And I think it's a different strain of COVID, so everybody beware. And some social settings, you still may want to just, put your mask back on. Okay, a Nigerian generally waits for the woman to extend her hand. In other words, if you're a Nigerian, you usually wait for the woman to extend her hand, I guess, so you can maybe shake her hand or something. I mean, but over here in our culture, I mean, it can go both ways, you know. It can go both ways, but excuse me, I don't think the gentlemen over here or in the U.S. I don't think they wait for us, you know, the women to extend our hand, you know. So, but yes, observant Muslims will not generally shake hands with members of the opposite sex. Look, observant Muslims, they would not generally shake hands with members of the opposite sex. So in other words, if the Muslim, if they are Muslims and they're paying attention, they would not generally shake hands with members of the opposite sex. So they wouldn't shake hands with members of the opposite sex, but I guess they'd shake hands with somebody of the same sex. But that's all good, and that's in their culture. Like I say, the Nigerian culture, the Chinese culture, the Spanish culture, so you know, the American culture, we all do things differently. That is part of our culture. Right, recognize what? Yes, so remember that and recognize what? Yeah, so let me cut that out. Okay, let me. It's all good. What? So we're rolling on to the end of the week. It's Thursday, y'all. Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Let me move right along. Address people initially by their academic, professional, or honorific title and their surname. So in other words, they say in the culture, the Nigerian culture, they usually address people by their academic, professional, or honorific title and surname. In other words, if they're a doctor or something, you address them, hey, what's up, Doctor White, Doctor Maple, or you know whatever, or Mister Jones, or something like that. Friends may address each other in a variety of ways. Friends may address each other in a variety of ways. The title and the first name alone, the surname alone, or a nickname. So that's the same thing over here. Uh, Friends may address each other in a variety of ways. The title and the first name. So a lot of times, most of the people that I know, they call me, you know, by my first name if they know me. But you know, but other people that if I just met you, they may, you know, I may tell them, you know, my last name. They may call me like, hey, what's up? Call me by my last name. You know, say hello or whatever. It says always wait until invited before using someone's first name. Yeah, sometimes even over here in the United States of America, you know, a lot of people don't like you call them by their first name because they figure you don't know me like that, you know. I just met you. You don't know me like that. Don't address me by my first name. So that's in the culture of Nigeria. When greeting someone who is obviously much older, it's a sign of respect and deference to bow the head. Yep. So, but they don't do that over here in the United States, and this in the American culture. I mean, they don't bow their heads when they see an older person. They'll walk right past us. They'll walk right past an older person, and I mean, somebody in their 20s, somebody, you know, teenagers or somebody 20, 25. You know, they walk right past, and you know, they don't bow their head. But that is the Nigerian culture. So that's the Nigerian culture. So they said it's common practice for them when they walk past an old person. They walk past an old person, they bow their head, and also they're saying that they in other words they let the older person be serviced first. In other words, you have a whole room of young folks, and then you have some older folks as well. So common practice as Nigerian, you know, in the Nigerian culture, they wait on the elderly people first. They service them first, and then the elderly people, you know, you bow your head for them when you know you see them, you bow your head. And so just a few little cultural adequate, I guess, rules that they have in Nigeria. So I wonder if they would. I wonder if they get punished over there if they don't follow these cultural rules. It says meeting and greeting. Handshakes are the most common greeting. Wait for a woman to extend her hand. So I read some of this. Shake hands at the beginning and end of a meeting. This is a meeting and greeting. In other words, like a business, business deal or business environment or something. To rush a greeting is extremely rude. Spend time inquiring about the other person's general well-being. So in other words, don't rush the greeting. Learn about the other person's well-being, before you move on. Have a little, I guess, have a little, what they call a little, I don't know, we call it pep talk, a little, yeah, and you have a greeting, but in other words, you get to know the person, how you been doing, how you been feeling, how your family doing. So in other words, that's what they're saying that Nigerians do in their culture. And it's a good idea to lower your eyes when meeting someone who is older or more senior. Lower your eyes. You want to call somebody that's older than you, more senior than you. You lower your eyes. You bow your head, and you let them be waited on first. Titles are important. Use the honorific title plus any academic or professional title and the surname. So in other words, use the professional title, doctor, lawyer, or somebody's brother or Mister or Miss. Business cards are exchanged without formal ritual. Uh, Present and receive business cards with two hands or the right hand, never with the left. So that's what I was saying about another culture too. So in other words, they present business cards with two hands or just the right hand, but they never present any. They never present anything with the left hand. So like I said, I read about some information on this other culture. They don't do nothing with the left hand. They do everything with the right hand. So also, this is the Nigerian culture. So yeah, they use the left hand. So when they go to the bathroom, they can do what they need to do in the bathroom, but they do everything with the right hand. Business cards are exchanged without formal ritual. Okay, I just read this. I read that one. It is a good idea to include any advanced university degree on your business card. So in other words, this is you running a business. You want to give out some business cards, right? They say put your advanced university degree on your business card. Make certain that your title is prominently displayed, right? So we do the same thing over here with business cards. Never write on your business card if the information has changed, have new cards printed. So I did that plenty of times, made some business cards up, and then later on you change your cell phone number. You may change jobs, so you change this. You may change your name. You might have gotten married. Things change on that business card. So they're saying just have some new ones made up, and don't be trying to make changes on that card. So I mean that. So it happens like that. Never write on your business card. That's what they said. Never write on it. Make a point of studying and business card. Make a point of studying any business card you receive before putting it into a business card holder. So they on point with everything. Uh-huh. So I want to wrap this video up shortly. Nigerian communication style. Due to the ethnic makeup of the country, communication styles vary. In the Southwest, where people are from the Yoruba tribe, people's communication employs proverbs, sayings, and even songs to enrich the meaning of what they say. This is especially true when speaking their native language. Although many of the same characteristics have been carried into the English language usage, the Yoruba often use humor to prevent boredom during long meetings or serious discussions. So the Yoruba people, they don't want to be bored when they're having conversations. So what they do, they try to make it funny. They present humor, probably trying to make you laugh because they don't want it to, they don't want the meetings to be boring. And it could be a serious discussion, but they don't want it to be boring. So they try to do things to make it funny, to make the meeting funny. They believe that embedding humor in their message guarantees that what they say is not readily forgotten. So you put humor in. Oh, we do that over here too. So we meet somebody, we have a meeting, or I mean, even on the job, sometimes you try to make things funny. Don't make it too serious where people get bored, they may get tired, they're ready to fall asleep. So sometimes people have falling asleep in, different meetings. So Nigerians living in the south of the country tend to speak more directly. So you may also find their tone slightly louder than elsewhere. They may raise their voices even more and become emotionally excited when they feel passionately about a topic. This is a lot of information here about the culture of Nigeria. At the same time, a harsh tone is considered unwelcoming and even hostile. Right, a harsh tone. Don't nobody want nobody coming in the meeting and you raising your voice and you acting like a maniac, and we're trying to present the information to the staff, or I mean, wherever it could be in a house, it could be somewhere, it could be on a job, could have a job meeting, a work meeting, or whatever. So don't come in there with no harsh tone, because a lot of times when you have harsh, when you present a house when you present a harsh tone, then you get people paranoid. They're like, oh, you mad about something, come on, come on now. But it says, but generally, Nigerians are outgoing and friendly. I know my man Onukonga, he's very friendly. Has a very sweet family, nice family. Communication commences with polite inquiries into the welfare of the person and his family. It says such social niceties um, go a long way. Therefore, foreigners who take the time to get to know the Nigerian as a person are considered friends and welcome into a Nigerian's inner circle of family and close friends. Right, because Onukonga and his family, his sister, and his brother, and everything, they welcomed me into their family, so that's what it says. Therefore, foreigners who take the time to get to know the Nigerians as a person are considered friends and welcomed into a Nigerian's inner circle, family and close friends. Yep, so they welcomed me into their inner circle. So I showed them that I am a nice person, and they showed me the same. So, because I met their kids, the father, sister, and the two brothers. And it says also Nigerians in the inner circle. Nigerian communication can also be indirect and may rely on nonverbal cues. Many use gestures when communicating. They may smile to mask their true feelings, especially when disappointed or confused. So I mean, I know they might not know about everybody, you know, everybody over in Nigeria. So I mean, I guess this is sometimes people do like a survey of a certain percentage. So in other words, there's no way they're just like coming over to the United States or anywhere. You say, oh, everybody over there in the United States, they're not good people. They something negative, but that may not reflect everybody that's in the United States of America. Same thing with Nigeria. So in other words, they said when you get to know a Nigerian, this might be just a certain percentage that they did a survey on. So there's no way in the world that they would know, because you never know what type of people that we have in all different cultures. We have nice people, we have mean people. So you never know. So just from the article is what they're saying. So I'm gonna let this video is going to go over an hour. I'm gonna probably a few minutes over because I'm just trying to finish. I'm almost finished this article, and then I'm gonna close the article. Bye, Uncle. Happy Thursday, everybody. What? Happy Thursday. So tomorrow's Friday, going into the weekend. Yeah. So let me finish. Okay, where did I stop at? Oh, okay. Hit the like button on the way in. I'm just trying to still figure out why I am not interacting with any. I'm just talking to myself. I'm not interacting with my yes, I mean, I don't see any interaction with anyone. So I'm just doing a video I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I guess I'll figure it out sooner or later. But it's all good. Yes. Okay, let me hurry up and finish this little article here. Okay, in the Nigerians, many of them use gestures when they communicate. They may smile to mask their true feelings, especially when disappointed or confused. Many employ indirect eye contact to demonstrate their respect for the other person. It is common to gaze at the forehead or shoulders of someone they do not know well. So it's common for the Nigerians to gaze at your forehead. uh, they're not gonna look in you. Probably not gonna look you in your eyes. They're gonna gaze at your forehead because they don't know you like that. What? Oh, oh boy! I tell you, said many employ indirect eye contact to demonstrate their respect for the other person. So they're going to employ indirect eye contact because they don't know you. So they want to demonstrate their respect for you. If they, you try to hold a conversation with a Nigerian, that's what they're going to do. And it's common to gaze at the forehead or shoulders of someone they do not know. Very direct eye contact may be interpreted as being intrusive unless there is a long-standing personal relationship. What is so good? Yes. So it's so good. But I'm trying to tell you, let's get on with it. At the same time, there are some Nigerians who are extremely direct, who are extremely direct communicators, and have no difficulty stating what's on their mind. Right? I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said in the previous paragraph I read where it said was saying how nice these Nigerians are, and they shake your hand, but they're gonna look at your forehead and don't know you. But then it says they have other Nigerians, but they have no difficulty stating what's on their mind. They're gonna let you know when they meet you. Therefore, it's a good idea to observe the situation carefully before determining what behavior is appropriate. In Nigeria, Nigerians start with a general idea and slowly move into the specific, often using a somewhat uh, circuitous, circuitous route. I never heard that word before, never even seen that word. Their logic is often contextual. They look for the rationale behind behavior and attempt to understand the context. They tend to examine behavior in its total context, not merely what they have observed. But I mean, to me, it's all about getting to know a person. I don't care what culture you came from, but you have to get to know a person, and then say for instance I'm just saying if you dating somebody, or not even dating, but you just have a friend. It could be a classmate, it could be a neighbor that's from another culture. So it's like sometimes they may do something, or they make you feel some type of way. They may make you feel some type of way, but it may be just their culture. It might not be that they are being rude or evil towards you, but it might just be that is what they do in their culture. Because I know my friend Olukanga, in their culture, they do a lot of different things. And a lot of times when he's talking, he tell me about a lot of things that they do in their culture, and I'm like, well, we don't do that over here. I I said, we don't do that over here. And he's like, well, we do that over here. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that they do over there, we don't do over here. But I mean, like I said, that's cultural differences. hmm So that is what that is. So this is going to conclude this little video. I don't want to go too long. It's already an hour and 4 minutes, but I'm gonna close this. So I just wanted to do a little video on, the title, "Let's Explore the Nigerian Culture." So they do a lot of things that we don't do over here. So a lot of things that we, and so it's a whole lot of different articles. So I just happened to pick this one because it seems to have had all the different things that I wanted to touch base on. I wanted to read up about. But so then I'm just looking at some pictures that they are showing. So they do say the most common greeting is a handshake with a warm, welcoming smile. So when I read that, I had to laugh because I'm like, no one wants to shake anyone's hand that doesn't have a warm, welcoming smile. I mean, over here sometimes, in the United States, back well, we don't do too much shaking hands now, since COVID. But back in the day, we used to, you meet somebody on the street, you know them, and you haven't seen them in a long time, you may tend to shake hands. But nowadays, a lot of people don't wash their hands. Not to, throw no shade or nothing, but some people might not wash their hands, but they may wash their hands, but you don't know. But I don't like to do a lot of shaking hands. So what I do, I may just, say, put a finger up or something like that, say what's up, or just say, just shake your head or something, say, hey, what's up, keep it moving. But, but not, and the most common greeting is a handshake. And it says men may place their left hand on the other person's shoulder while shaking hands. So in other words, put your hand on the shoulder while they shake. Sometimes they used to do that over here, but I don't think they do that over here too much no more. They don't do too much. Men don't shake another man doesn't shake another man's hand. So I think they just bump shoulders now. So we started doing that. Just you see somebody, you just bump shoulders, but that's the Nigerian culture. So that's the Nigerian culture. But so like I said, cultural differences. Yes, cultural differences. What? But I'm going to end this video right now because I don't want it to be too long. So it's an hour and 6 minutes. So I might do another live later on. I think let me see. Or which one I have left that I didn't do. So I did. Let me see. Okay, I did the Nigerian culture, and I did the Nigerian culture and food. Then I did Spanish because I talked about the paella. I would love to taste the paella. So then I did the Indian culture and food, Italian culture and food. I did the Chinese culture and food. So I want to do the Korean. So I think I'm gonna come back and do the Korean. I gotta do the Korean culture and food, the Japanese, and then I'm going to do the American culture and food. So that's just three left: Korean or Korean, Japanese, and American. But I'm gonna close this video out now, and I'm gonna say thanks for joining me. If you can comment, comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and look for some educational, enlightening, informational. It's did I say inspirational? I said inspirational, enlightening, educational content. Yeah. So, it's all good. So I'm gonna close out this video right now, and I hope to see you all on my next video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, like the video, like it on the way in, like it on the way out. Smash that like button, as they say on YouTube. Smash that like button, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Yes, smash that like button, y'all. Get ready for the weekend. Get ready for the weekend. What are y'all plans for the weekend? Y'all what? Now, you know what? Are y'all going to the beach this weekend? But the weather is still nice. So my son, we went to Virginia Beach about let's see, when did we go? We went last month. We went to Virginia Beach last month, and we went a couple years ago as well. So my son, yeah. So my son paid for the hotel, booked the hotel, and we went down there. He booked the room, booked the hotel on the beach. Right, hotel located on the beach, And we went down there and had a good time, rode around, went out to eat several times, and enjoyed ourselves. So, but the weather's still warm if you want to go to the beach. So, my cousin, they went to, what's that, Disney World. They went to Disney World. I don't know if it's Disney World, Disneyland. I get it confused. Disney World, Disneyland. Now, which one is it? Now, I did do a report on Walt Disney. I also did a report on Walt Disney. So he did come up with the Disney World and Disneyland. And I got to go back and read that article again. I have to read my notes on that. But that was so inspirational as well. It's so good. So I said, get out this weekend. Oh, I'll be out of breath fast as I talk. But get out there this weekend, enjoy yourself. Love up on your family, your friends, your children. Love up on your family, your loved ones. Get out there this weekend and have a nice time because we'll be going into some cold weather shortly probably in the next month, maybe sometime the end of next month because it usually be warm in October as well. Halloween coming up next month. It usually be warm around Halloween. So we have Halloween and we have Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming. So we don't know if we're gonna get snow this year or not. Now I do have some videos on they're on my TikTok. Check our TikTok channel out at Onukanga and Cheryl. So I do have a video on there where I did a video. I recorded the snow, as it was coming down. But it really covered us, it really covered us. But I am hoping for snow this winter. But I have a lot of friends that said, no, I don't like no snow. I love snow. We didn't get any snow last year, but a few little drops. So, hmm but this water right here is so cold and good. But nice and cold. hmm But love up on your family this weekend. Get out, enjoy yourself. Get out and enjoy yourself. And I purchased a couple kites down at Virginia Beach when we went last month. A couple kites. I haven't opened them yet. Just waiting on the weather to turn so I can get out there and the little uh, grandkids of mine. So I want to fly some kites with them or let their parents do it. But I haven't. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any kites around in years for real. I haven't seen anybody with any kites. I guess maybe in this area where I live, I haven't seen anybody with any kites. But I purchased me a few kites, so I'm going to use them this year. Soon as the wind starts blowing, what? It's all good. Yes. So I got some kites, y'all. I got some kites, y'all. I got some kites, y'all. So my man Olukanga, Emmanuel Zubechi, born and raised in Nigeria. Wow. Yes, born and raised in Nigeria. I guess he probably say, girl, get yourself down. What? Yes, so he probably say, girl. So he was born and raised in Nigeria. What? I was born and raised in the United States of America. Y'all are so proud to be a U.S. I guess I would say U.S. citizen. Yes, so proud to be a U.S. citizen. So let me see. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh wow, that's TikTok. That's TikTok. Yeah. Let me see if I have. Let me see. Uh, let me see if I have. Hold up. I have a lot of videos on here, but let me see if I have on here the song that I wrote. I don't even see it. Did I take it off? Oh no, here it is right here. my song. So that is a song that I'm saying that I wrote. So that's my TikTok action. So I can't play nobody else's music, but that's my number. So I'm gonna close out this video, and I want to say thanks for joining me, y'all. Thanks for joining me, and come back again. Come back again. Comment, y'all. Comment. Give me some topics, give me some ideas on some topics that you may want me to talk about. So this is Brainstorm TV1 Productions. Yes, so Brainstorm TV1 Productions. And so talking about different topics. I mean, Brainstorm TV1 Productions, it mostly business related, I guess, business related. So no gossip on this channel. I just want, business, educational, inspirational. I want you to be inspired. I want you to take something from it. I want you to learn something about these different cultures that I'm talking about and whatever topic that I am, touching base on, I guess I would say. Yes. So, what? But I'm going to close this video out right now because it's getting a little late. And it is now 4:26. So I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. Look forward to Friday. Look forward to the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your kids. And me and Mr. Onukonga. Onukonga. So me and Mr. Onukonga want to wish you a happy and healthy rest of the week and weekend. So Mr. Onukonga. So he'll be, once I figure out this StreamYard, I'm trying to incorporate him and his brother and his family, if possible, and on my live stream. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Well, I think once I send him the link, he's gonna have to copy it and paste it. I believe in his Chrome. What's that? The Chrome, Google Chrome, where what's that browser? He's gonna have to copy and paste the link in his Google Chrome browser, and then because I want to see how they work. So I might come back on here later on today because he's not home right now, and see if I can get him on here today and do another live stream, just a little short one, but. So I'm trying to figure this thing out because I want to get him on the panel, yes, and his brother, because I know they are right over there in Nigeria and they can give us an insight. He can give us an insight better than I can because I'm just reading from the computer. But who better to tell us about the culture in Nigeria than the man himself, Onu Conga, because he lives right there in Nigeria. They're just like over here in the United States. Who better to tell people about the culture over here, the American culture, but us? Because we are living it, we're breathing it, and we're existing in it. We are existing in it on a daily basis. So it's so good. But so let me close out because I'll be talking to me 2 hours in a minute. It's already an hour and 19 minutes. So when I get started, I just get started. But so I want to say Brainstorm TV1 Production is so good. So we are out. Yes, we out. So we out. Brainstorm TV1. Yes. We out. Brainstorm TV One. We out. We out. Brainstorm TV One.